What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my content as well as all of my videos. And please share this content too as well, okay? Now, I want to talk about these three college women's basketball players at the D1 level, and we want to find out who is her right now and which one is making the most noise and which one, in my eye, has the best potential. Now, let me say this from the get, okay? All three of these women right now, because they are young women, they are outstanding in terms of the gift that they have and in terms of what they're doing with the craft, okay? And some of these women could actually compete with some of these men right now, okay? But that's a whole nother topic for discussion, okay? The three top women that I have right now that are really being discussed is one, we gotta give it up to, the champ, the defending champ, and we're just talking about individual wise. We're not talking about team wise, because right now as a team we know South Carolina, nobody's beating them. Matter of fact, they took down LSU. A couple teams have taken down LSU. LSU hasn't really been doing too great this year, being that everybody's gunning for them. And of course, the player that I'm finna mention right now. And we're just talking about individual wise, okay? Now, the first player is Angel Reese, okay? All right. And the second one is Kaylin Clark, who plays for Iowa right now. And also Juju Watkins, okay? The freshman that's coming in and that plays for USC, okay? Now, let me start off um, with Kaylin Clark, okay? Kaylin Clark, as you know, she put the world on notice last year, okay? Phenomenal shooter. Uh, she she's leading the D1 college basketball right now, college women's basketball at 32.4 points per game, and then also Iowa is at number three. And of course they're at the top of the Big Ten right now. Okay, Kaylin Clark can make a case because of the shooting that she has been doing this year, and on top of that, she is putting up points, and she's shooting uh, at a high percentage all over the floor too as well. And so she can make a case for being the best right now, and her draft stock is going to be high too right now, and one can argue that it's going to be higher than the one Angel Reese, okay, who I'm getting ready to talk about right now, okay. So Kaylin Clark, she's just continuing doing what she's the magnificent play that she did last year. I think that her losing last year was eating at her the whole summer when LSU had went ahead and they took that crown. Okay, the next one is Angel Reese. Okay, uh, they are the defending champs. However, okay, Angel Reese hasn't had a particularly good year this year. Okay, she's down on her scoring. Okay, she's down on her scoring. She's at 19.6 points per game, but last year she was around. I think she was at 23 points per game last year. So she's down on her scoring, even though she's shooting. I think around 50 something percent. Could be a little lower, but she's just down on her scoring. And on top of that, in conference play, they are 5-3. As you know, I mentioned the loss to South Carolina, and that was a nationally televised game and stuff. And then also their record right now is 18-4, and they're ranked number 9 right now. Okay, so they're not playing like the defending champs and with that edge like they played last season. Okay, so uh, she's gonna have to step it up, and I'm talking about individual wise. Listen, we can sit here and we can say, she's the best in college basketball. It's easy to say that, but can she prove that? Because her draft stock is going to go down. She has taken a drop. Okay, and you're talking to somebody that likes Angel Reese as far as her talent. I raved about her last year. But you have to be consistent because now everybody is gunning for you. You see how teams are coming at it. They're not afraid of LSU. And because of the amount of I guess you could say competitiveness and the competitive drive that some of these females had from last year because of what they saw LSU do and how they were coming with that drip and that swag and everything. A lot of teams didn't want to see that, and they definitely, a lot of these teams are playing with a chip on the shoulder as well as the individuals too as well. So a lot of these teams are playing like they have something to prove, and particularly when you talk about South Carolina, that's a heated rivalry right now in college college women's basketball. And then of course, let's talk about the freshmen, the incoming freshmen right now that's making noise, that already had came from I think it was Sierra Canyon, in Juju Watkins. Okay, Juju Watkins. As you know, she is second right now. Second in scoring. She's actually ranked number 2 right now, the number 2 player in the country, individual wise, behind Kaylin Clark, who is number 1. Okay, Juju Watkins is averaging 27.2 points per game. Okay, and we're talking about a freshman. Okay, I know that might not be a big deal to people, but she's loaded with potential because she came in setting school records. As a matter of fact, she set a school record. I think it was like 45 points or something like that, and then came and then broke her own school record. And this was as a senior in high school, and it was against a damn good team. So she had already been known to be scoring and putting a bulk of points up to on the board, and she's also a tremendous rebounder too. And of course, that she had that 51-point explosion this year. Okay, which leads to my next topic right now. Okay, well, it's part of the topic, but which leads me to the next subject is who is her. Who is the best out of all of them, and who's the best in college basketball right now, and who's going to end up taking that crown in terms of being the queen right now and running things in the future, and possibly at the pro ranks. I got to go with Juju Watkins. Okay, it's nothing to take away from the other two, but I think right now, when you look at Juju Watkins, her being able to be the first player in 25 years to score that many points against a top 10 team, okay, we're talking about that 51-point explosion, and her being the only D1 freshman to have at least 50 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double in a game, and on top of that, scoring 76% of USC points against an opponent, and it being the highest percentage ever. To me, that says something. And see, it could have been just the points, but the fact that she's a tremendous rebounder too, that just goes to show you her versatility. So right now, I got Juju Watkins as the best player in college women's basketball right now, and her draft stock is going to be even high. And you never know whenever she goes out for the draft or whatnot for the WNBA. If she continues on doing what she's doing, she will go ahead and she will make college basketball not only a better in a better place than what it is. I'm sorry, y'all. It's raining right now. It'll be in a better place right now than what it is. That's not to say that it's not good. It'll be even better. But more importantly, she'll be able to go to the pro ranks and make the WNBA a force to be reckoned with, like what it once used to be. Because the WNBA has taken a dip. Okay, nobody even pays attention to the WNBA anymore, and I think it's very sad. But the WNBA does need that fresh new breed of females that could come in and actually make some noise. They were trying to do it a couple years ago, when you had some of the other females that were coming over from college basketball and everything, but it just hadn't, it didn't pan out like it truly needed to be in comparison to the NBA. Because it's a crying shame. Women can play this sport too just as well as men. So and that's a whole nother topic. That's why I'm not going in depth in detail about it. But I just can remember that back in the days when the WNBA was first coming on the scene, you knew who Lisa Leslie was. You knew who Cynthia Cooper was. You knew who Cheryl Swoops was. You knew who Tina Thompson was. You knew who all these females were. But it somehow got lost. You knew who Candace Parker was. You knew who some of these females were, and it needs to get back to that place. So that's who I got. I got Juju Watkins. Like I said, we'll see how the rest of it goes. As you know, it's about to be tournament time. We coming up on the spring. March Madness is it's right around the corner. So maybe, the way that LSU is playing, maybe they can make some noise in the tournament and possibly repeat. We also got to look at USC right now. I meant to say that USC right now, they're ranked number 15th right now in the country. But they're such a young team. And in Iowa, you never know. They're back for vengeance, and we can see what kind of noise that Caitlin Clark can make too in this year's tournament too. But like I said, I got Juju at the top. Like I said, don't take anything away from any of the other females. And there's some other females that I did not mention on here, but I just wanted to give my top 3 right now. But I will keep y'all locked in with women's college basketball too as well. Because like I said, man, on this channel, and if you paid attention to my channel in the past, I don't just talk about, just straight basketball, concerning men or just concerning just NBA on this channel. Nah, we talk about everything on this channel, okay? We're going to talk about women's college basketball. We're going to talk about WNBA. Look, we're going to talk about college men's basketball. We're going to talk about 10. I do it all. You know what I'm saying? I don't subject myself to just talking about one particular thing because, you got some channels out there, they just dedicate their focus just talking about one particular player, or every time you turn around they talking about just one goddamn thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And to me, man, I think that you gotta be able to open up your mind because there's a lot more out here than just the NBA, just the Los Angeles Lakers. And that's what the media does. You know what I'm saying? That's why the LDBC, that's why you got to pay attention to what we do, because we're not just going to talk about just one single thing. We ain't one-dimensional around this bitch. So, besides that, y'all let me know what you think. like the video, share it, subscribe. Also hit them notifications so that you'll be notified. Until then, it's straight to the point. Sports and entertainment. I'll get at y'all later.